Hello friends, welcome to my channel Fundamentals of Engineering. In today's session we are going to see what are the types of measurements error which are coming whenever we are doing the measurement of any object by using a measuring instrument. So in any measurement there is always a degree of uncertainty resulting from measurement error. That is, all measurements are inaccurate to some extent. So measurement error is the difference between the indicated and actual value of the measurement. Instrument or indication errors may be caused by defects in manufacture of adjustment of an instrument, imperfections in design, etc. So what are that we are going to see. So before going to that, first we will going to see what are the instrument in ancient times they are used while doing the measurements. That we know our forefathers they are using some instruments for measurements like footsteps, rope, handspan, arm length. So arm length from the elbow to the middle finger, that length we have assumed that it is a 1 feet. So these are the ancient instruments they are used by our forefathers. Now there were some advancement which are taking place in the instrument. So we are using this type of modern instruments like roller, measuring tape, screw gauge, vernier caliper. So here we are using some standards like line standard and A standard principle. Based on that we are doing the measurements of any object. So in day by day life we are using these types of instrument. So not in the industry but our regular life we are using this instrument. So while using this instrument there are some errors can be arise. So what are that errors that we are going to see. So if we are doing the measurement by any instrument, so there are three effects that are affecting, that is man, material and machine. That is 3 M's, that is man, material and machine. So suppose one operator is taking the measurement. If he is working in a morning period, then there is a possibility that he will take the correct readings. So he will observe that reading by using the measuring instrument. So based on that he will notify the reading. But after the time passes, he is taking the continuous readings for the same objects. Then there is a possibility that he will feel tired and he will make some error while doing the measurement. So if the man is taking the readings continuously, there is a possibility that the error will be caused or the error will be arise while taking the measurements, and this error, that is a measurement errors, will cause while taking the readings of any instrument, and that will give to the final product. So what are the error? How we define the error? So it is a difference between true value and measured value. So we will take one observed value, we will get the true value of that, and there is a random error. So what is that random error that we are going to see? The error of instrument is a combined effect of component errors due to various causes. There may be errors due to method of location, environmental errors, errors due to properties of objects of measurement like from deviation, surface roughness, rigidity, change in the size due to aging, etc. These are the measurement errors. So how these errors is classified? So error is a difference between true value and measured value. It is classified in gross error, systematic error and random error. So it is classified into three types, that is gross, systematic and random errors. Now these systematic errors are again classified as instrument error, then environmental errors and observational errors. So these systematic errors are again classified into three types, that is instrumental, environmental and observational error. And these instrumental errors are again classified into subtypes like loading effects, error we are getting due to the loading of an instrument, then misuse of the instrument, and inherent shortcomings of instrument which are taking place. Due to that, these types of errors are taking place. So in a broad way, errors are classified into three types, that is gross, systematic and random. Systematic error again classified into three types, that is instrumental, environmental and observational error. And this instrumental error we are getting due to the loading effect of an instrument, misuse of an instrument, and inherent shortcomings taking place at the instrument. So the gross error, what are the causes? We will see the causes and remedies for the error. So what are the causes we are getting to this error, and to remove these causes, what are the remedies we have to take, that we are going to see. So what are the causes in the gross error? The gross error occurs because of the human mistakes. So while taking the readings, if human is using the wrong type of instrument or while taking the readings, so based on that the error can be arise. So due to human mistake while handling the instrument, while taking the readings of the instrument, these types of error can be arise. Like consider using an instrument takes the wrong reading, or they cannot record the incorrect data. So while taking the readings, here human is taking the reading, here if he takes the wrong reading or measure the incorrect data, so these are the human mistakes and that implies the gross error. So how will reduce, how will remove that gross error? What are the remedies? The reading should be taken very carefully, and there we have to take 2 or more readings should be taken for the measurement quantity. Suppose this object having some length, this L length we have to take. So for this length we have to take 1 or 3 reading. Suppose this length, it is given a standard value of 20 mm, and while taking the measurement by using a measuring instrument, so at the first time it will giving the 20.1, then at second 20, then at 20.00. So we have to take 1 or 3 readings, then we have to take average of these 3 readings. So we have to take average of these 3 readings. So there we can reduce the gross error. Then again the readings are taken by the different experimenter at a different point for the removing this error. So these are the remedies for the gross error. Then second type of error, that is systematic error. The systematic errors are classified into 3 categories. What is that? Instrumental errors, environmental errors and observational errors. So among that instrumental errors, first we are going to see the inherent shortcomings of instrument. What are the causes? These types of errors are inbuilt in an instrument because of their mechanical structure. Whenever they are manufacturing, if they are manufactured in a wrong manner, or the assembly which are doing there, suppose there is an error, then inbuilt errors are there. So these taking into the instrumental error. So now you can see the instrument here. If the instrument is manufactured correctly and assembled properly, then we can get the no zero error, or we can get the positive zero error and negative zero error. So these 3 types of errors we can get if the instrument is not properly manufactured, that is because of their mechanical structure. So this is a instrument which error which showing, that is a micrometer. So they can be due to the manufacturing, calibration or operation of the device. So these errors may cause the error to read too low or too high. So if the positive errors are there, then we can measure the readings with a high value, and negative errors are there, we can measure the readings with a low value. So what are the remedies to remove this instrumental error which arise due to inherent shortcomings of instrument? If the instrument uses the weak spring, then it gives the high value of measuring quantity. So errors in the instrument because of the friction or stress loss. So we have to reduce that. Second, that is a misuse of a instrument. The causes are the errors occurs in the instrument because of the fault of the operator. So if the operator which is using instrument which is calibrated, if it is not showing an error, if that good instrument used by an unintelligent way may give an enormous result. Like this top, it is a calibrated, and if it is used in a wrongly manner, that object's dimension we want to measure, if it is used in a wrongly manner, then there is possibility that it will give the error. Then improper practice may not cause the permanent damage to the instrument, but all the same may causes the errors. So what are the remedies for removing this misuse of the instrument? Proper steps we have to follow while handling of the instrument. So we have to use or follow the proper steps while taking the readings. So how much length it has to expand, that is vernier caliper, then how to hold that object, all these things we have to follow in a proper manner so that we can use or remove this misuse of a instrument types of error. Then third one is a loading effect. This loading error result from the change in the measurement itself when it is measured, that is after the measuring system or instrument is connected for measurement. So what are the causes? It is most common type of error which is caused by the instrument in measurement work. The errors caused by the loading effect can overcome by using meters intelligently. So what are the remedies? Use of the calibrated instruments can reduce these types of errors. So we have to use the calibrated instruments to remove these errors. The second type of systematic error, that is environmental errors. These errors are due to the external condition of the measuring device. Such type of errors mainly occurs due to the effect of temperature, pressure, humidity, dust, vibration, or because of the magnetic or electrostatic field. So we have to control the environment. So how we control the environment? What are the remedies? The arrangement should be made to keep the conditions as constant as possible. So there what we have to do? We have to use a room which is fully packed and which control the environment in the surroundings. There also we can use the control environment for the air conditioners. We can use there so that we can control the temperature inside the rooms. Also we can use the fires techniques so that we can handle the instruments or we can take the instruments properly. Here you can see the instruments are kept in a perfect order. Here on the table there is no instruments, on the surface plate only objects are kept. So we have to keep all the things in a proper manner. So we have to reduce the atmospheric changes while controlling the inherent whatever the conditions are there in the room. So we have to see that the equipment which we are using, which are free from the effects like temperature, pressure change, loading effects. So by using these techniques which can eliminate the effect of this disturbance, that is environment, pressure, humidity change, all this can be taken. By applying the computed corrections, there also we can remove these environmental errors. Then observational errors, the third systematic error, that is such type of errors are caused due to the wrong observation of the reading. Here you can see this parallax error, that observational error we can call it as a parallax error. if we are looking at the readings at the instrument in a inclined way, then this parallax error can be arise. So we have to see in a correct way so that the error can be reduced. So here the observation which are made in a wrong way, in a wrong view, that error can be arise. So there are many sources of observational errors. So these errors occurs due to parallax unless the line of vision of the observer is exactly above the pointer. So what are the remedies? To minimize the parallax error, highly accurate meters are provided with a mirrored scale. So here the mirror is provided. So based on that we can use the correct line to get the proper reading. On the bevel protector also the mirror is provided to get proper readings of an angle. So these are the remedies to reduce the observational error. The third one, that is a random errors. What are the causes? What will be the random errors that we are going to see? This occur randomly and the specific causes of such errors cannot be determined. But likely sources of these types of errors are small variations in the position of setting standard and workpieces, slight displacement of lever joints in the measuring joints in a measuring instruments, transient fluctuation in the friction in the measuring instrument, and operator errors in the reading scale and pointer type of displays or in a reading engraved scale position. So as we know, these random errors, they are not a specific causes. These errors which caused by a sudden change in the atmospheric condition, such type of errors called as random error. These errors, types of error, even after the removal of systematic errors, in this is a residual types of errors also we can call it. What are the readings? We have to take two or more readings for the same measured value can reduce these types of error. So for the same objects we have to take same two or more readings by using the same instrument, and we have to take the average of that readings to reduce these types of random errors. So here we have seen different types of errors, measurement errors, and what are the causes of these types of errors and how we have to remove these types of causes of errors. What are the remedies that we have seen. Hope you like this. If you like it, please stay connected and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So for the metrology, the link of a playlist, it is kept in the description box. You can see it. Thank you very much.